So this is what we have for breakfast. Travis ordered some food and then we served ourselves sort of buffet style. So I have like a pimento bacon egg sandwich there, some biscuits and gravy, some hash browns, grits, some yogurt and berries, and then some shrimp and grits. All right, so we are downstairs. We just finished up with breakfast. This is our Airbnb. So right up here is the dining room and living room. Way upstairs, that's where Dennis and I are staying in the bedroom. And we are going to the World War II Museum. We're just right around the corner from the museum, I think. Like less than a couple minutes walking distance. And there it literally is, right there, the World War II Museum. We've been here before, and I think we have a personalized tour today that Travis and Christine set up for us. World War II has always been a subject of significant interest to our family, so we are very excited to come back here and just explore some more on our guided tour. So if I remember correctly, we're going to be going across this walkway, I think in this direction, over to this portion of the museum, and heading down to the entrance. Hi, Roosevelt. It looks like they're doing some renovations. The entrance is over here. So we're inside the museum now, and we're doing this guided tour. So we have these headphones here, and then our tour guide over here that's going to be taking us around the museum. Okay, so we are upstairs. Our tour is going this way. She's talking in my ear right now, so this is sort of hard. So there's the bridge that we will be going over a little bit later, it looks like. So our first stop on the tour is over here at the Arsenal of Democracy, where we've already started to learn a significant amount. Over here, look at this enlistment of just the military forces in 1939. For comparison, Japan had 850,000 service members. Germany had over 3 million service members, and then the United States only had about 300,000 service members. It was not a great military power at the time. Essentially, this room is about intervention versus isolation with World War II, and just whether or not the United States should intervene with the conflict of Germany and Japan. And of course, a day of infamy. On December 7, 1941, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor and launched the United States into the conflict. That's where we went into the exhibit over there, and we came into the museum beneath me. This next room is pretty much about the American response to the war effort, with propaganda and war bonds to support the troops in the war. Bonds or bondage. This is really neat. I am by no means going to show every part of this museum. This is really neat though. This is sort of like a mid-century home with just the rations that they would have had. There's Roosevelt's fireside chats just informing the American people. This is really neat. I do like this a lot. We're heading out here. This room is incredibly
on a double victory,
eye-opening,
defeating fascism abroad,
with the idea that Americans fought and died during World War II to protect the ideals of freedom and democracy, but then at the same time denied so many Americans the ability to serve and be recognized for their service and heroism during World War II, and just minorities, American minorities. This room's about recruitments and enlisting. And look at the amount of military personnel from 1939 having about 300,000 to 1945 having almost 12 million servicemen. And this is about training over here for air, land, and sea, and just the vigorous process that entailed to recruit and train soldiers. This room is about the manufacturing of vehicles and planes and ships, and tanks, and aircraft carriers, and machine guns, and ammunition, pretty much, and just the significant effort of minorities and women in the workforce. This has been very interesting and very eye-opening. We went into this room back over here. What you see here, what you do here, what you hear here, when you leave here, let it stay here. That was about the Manhattan Project, the Trinity test, and the atom bomb. And with that, we've concluded our tour. So our tour was exclusively of the Arsenal of Democracy, which was just this entire section of the museum. So now we are crossing over the American Spirit Bridge, over to the Campaigns of Courage exhibits over here, or exhibit. Our Airbnb is right around the corner over there. We entered into the museum over here. So that's the bridge up there. We crossed over here and then went downstairs. There are some exhibits over here. And we're crossing over to this portion of the museum. All right, so we're going to stop for a quick lunch over here and then continue exploring the museum. So we get some sandwiches and salads here. I ended up getting this po' boy. And then also got this drink. They have some themed drinks here. This is the Purple Heart, which is Empress Gin, Saint Germain, blueberry syrup, lemon, and champagne. So we finished lunch, and now we are in the aviation section of the museum, which we have been here before. This plane right here is very significant to my dad. I ran up the stairs, and Dad and Dennis just went up the elevator. I think I need to go up another level, or another couple levels, I think, to look at this plane. There's Dad right there. And there's the plane we wanted to see. Hey, Dad.
Hey.
So you want to tell me about this plane?
Yeah, here.
It's this one right here, right?
Yes. Okay. My dad was a waist gunner on this on a B-17 called the Hells Angels for 27 missions.
Yeah.
And he was the right waist gunner in the back here.
Right over here?
Walk this way here. The waist gunner in the back of the plane.
So this is the waist gunner back here.
Right there. Except he was on the other side.
Yeah.
And the name of his plane was actual Hells Angels.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they named 4 squadrons the Hells Angels as well.
Okay. Going in.
Now, you had to be a very small person to get in this bottom bubble and the one in the back. Here, let me make a comment about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what were his missions over here? How many missions did he do?
27 missions.
27 missions. And then...
Well, he re-enlisted, and he was in an A-20 Havoc on his 34th mission in North Italy. He was a navigator bombardier, and he was coming back on his last mission, actually, his 34th. And they ran across an ammunition train, which they strafed, so they blew it up, and they got their props. So the pilot, my dad, got killed, and the 2 gunners got out. They visited my mom later, after the war. But in any case, my mom was 6 months pregnant at the time he was killed. So
And that was in 1945.
1945. I mean, I'm going to make a comment about this.
Yeah.
Okay, your mom's brother Paul, her dad's brother.
Okay.
He was a navigator bombardier in this plane right here, and the bomber, the captain was killed. His flak hit him in the head, and Paul pulled him out, unbuckled him, pulled him out of his seat, and flew the plane back, even though it had great damage done to it.
That's incredible. We went up another level, so you can see a lot better right there. That waist gunner that my dad's dad was in this B-17 bomber. It's really interesting to just learn about history, especially just how relevant it is to your life. My dad in particular has just been very interested in just learning all that he can about his dad and his role in World War II.
My mother remarried my stepdad, who was one of 5 brothers
Yeah.
that all were in action. Horace was killed, unfortunately, but his brother Byron survived the Bataan death match. And my mother had 4 brothers. All 4 of them were in action. And so it wasn't, people were called,
Yeah.
and they did their duty.
Everyone served some sort of role. Okay, so this is my grandfather's plane. So this is the B-17 bomber that my grandfather did 27 missions in. But then there's an A-20 Havoc, I think, that my dad said was the plane that he was flying the missions after re-enlistment.
Yeah, my dad was killed in his 34th mission in an A-20 Havoc. It's similar to the B-25, except it was a single wing in the back.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Trying to piece all my history together accurately.
Yeah.
So for reference, we started our tour over there, then we crossed over the bridge over the street, went over to this building downstairs, crossed back over, went to lunch over here, and now we're in the aviation area, and I think we're going to go see the Submarine, maybe? I think that there's a submarine or maybe multiple submarines, but this was really cool for my dad to get to see this. All right, we're back downstairs, and we're heading into the Submarine experience, maybe? Oh, this is cool. So we each have positions here. Dad is manning the helm. Travis is... What is Travis doing? Gadgets. Dennis and I are doing radar stuff. Mom's over here working with the torpedoes, loading the torpedoes.
Engage radar. Engage radar.
Engage radar. This is really really
That
cool
gunfire's coming from the escorts.
ships
We've
around
got
us.
about 15 seconds before we're within their range. They've seen us on the radar.
Have a battle.
They are sweeping.
I think Dennis and I are manning the radar. We're all over the place. Dennis, you get a bogey. You can do it. Oh no, there's a bogey over there now. You missed it. Lock it. They moved. You missed. Lock it. There you go. Oh no, I have 2 bogeys. Whoa. That's pretty crazy. We've got to dive, Dennis. What? Oh no. This is smoke and everything. Holy crap. That was a very interesting experience. A legitimate recreation of an actual thing that happened. It was cool to get to do that. That was the very final experience of the day. That's where we were over there. We were heading inside, and I think we're going back to the Airbnb. We're doing a quick walkthrough of one of the exhibits over here. This is the Road to Berlin exhibit, I think. We did walk through this the last time we were here, but that was a few years ago. We found the Hells Angels B-17 exhibit over here. Hells Angels, a bomber of the 538th Bomb Squadron. 303rd Bomb Group was the first B-17 of the 8th Air Force to complete 25 combat missions. The aircraft and its crew earned a reputation for solid dependability, completing a total of 48 raids between November 1942 and January 1944. This would have been my grandfather's position, right there in the B-17, Los Angeles. Okay, so we are, I think, heading out of the museum now to head back to the Airbnb because we are going to dinner tonight. I remember being really impressed by this exhibit last time. This is just an incredible museum. It's
The Battle of the Bulge.
Is it? Yeah. So that was Campaigns of Courage, and we did the exhibit on the bottom floor, and there's another one upstairs. So I think that downstairs was more the German, and then upstairs was more the Japan exhibits. All right, we're heading back to the Airbnb right now. Everyone just walked around the corner, but it's raining. Dennis brought the umbrellas, and we made it back to our Airbnb. Just right here. I don't think I've shown my face at all in this video, but we are getting ready to go to dinner, I think, pretty soon. We just came up the steps right there, and this is our little balcony, as well as, I don't know what you would call this, like a little garden here, just behind our Airbnb. It was very cold recently, so some of the plants here are dead, it looks like, or just wilted. There's like a water fountain over there, and some tables. This is really pleasant, just this like communal area over here. So the place that we're going to for dinner tonight is a little bit on the fancier side. I'm just showing off this area over here. Again, here's this fountain. So we need to get ready for that, and I do think that we're going to be walking there. Okay, so we are heading downstairs right now. I don't know if we're walking or driving the car to wherever we're having dinner, but we're getting dinner right now. So it looks like we're all walking. And I think it's like a 20-minute walk away. We're also looking nice and fancy because this place is apparently a really nice restaurant. This is cool over here.
Do they bake
Right?
pie?
It's like a lighthouse. Looks like there are festivities being set up over there for Mardi Gras, which is happening soon. This is interesting. This is looks like a place that you could just take pictures in here. All these ring lights for the ball pit. And we're just continuing along the streets of New Orleans. So we're on Canal Street now, and I think we're crossing the streets to head over here to our restaurant. There's the trolley. And there's the church way down there. Okay, maybe not. We're continuing down this way towards the church. So we turned down another street, trying to avoid puddles. And I think we're close to our restaurant. So this is where we're eating Arnaud's Jazz Bistro. We're cheersing. Oh, thank you, Dennis. So we're in Arnaud's, that's how you pronounce it. There's a live band over there that should be performing hopefully soon. This place is over 100 years old. So we have some washes here at the table. So we did get some drinks, and I do like Dennis's a little bit better than mine. I get like a You'll turn fashion. What'd you get there, Dennis?
I got the Arnaud special. Arnaud's special.
So the food is here. I got the crab cakes, and everybody just got a variant of some sort of extravagant, delicious seafood. I also got the oysters Arnaud for myself, which are 5 different oysters. There's a parade going by outside. Look at that. So they told us that there was a museum, and we just walked through the entirety of, like, I presume what was the restaurant that we just ate at. Hello, by the way. So yeah, now we're in a restaurant. All right, we're in a restaurant that is also a museum, apparently. I have no idea what this museum is, but this is wildly extravagant with the costumes that are here. But I think we're heading back downstairs, back to the restaurant. What is this? All right, and heading back to the table. This is a massive restaurant. There's a bar in here as well. What is this place? And this was our table over here, I guess, in the corner of the restaurant. So Christine ordered the baked Alaska, which was just presented at our table. And it was pretty cool. And now Dennis and Travis are sharing it.
I've never had baked Alaska before.
Really?
Yeah. It's not like ice cream over pie. They set on fire.
So this is Arnaud's Jazz Bistro. We sat right inside here, and we are heading back to the room, I think. Back to the Airbnb, whatever it is. So we are walking down Bourbon Street now. This is awesome. You can really see and appreciate the New Orleans architecture here easily. I think we're heading back to the, oh my God, what is it? An Airbnb? Sounds like there's another parade going down the street. And there's the parade going down the street. How cool is that, Dennis? I've just been following the parade down the street. This is fun. So we've made it back to our Airbnb. So I'm heading inside right now. Shutting the gate behind me. Now shutting this door. Then this door gets locked right here. And now there's another door. And these are the stairs to head back upstairs. What a day. Travis and Dennis are playing some pool. Also, Travis opened up his presents. And Travis, you get the holographic Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard.
Winnie the Pooh!
It's a common card, but it's holographic.
Blood and honey.
That's sure. And just as soon as we made it back to the Airbnb, we are heading back to Bourbon Street. Myself, Travis, and Mama. All right, so we are back on Bourbon. Now that took a little bit to get here. It's about a 20-minute walk or so, but we made it back to Bourbon Street. You can see the street sign. That was the Lucky Dogs cart. It's the hot dog that I got at the airport. That was a New Orleans staple. There's Arnaud's right there again. We were just here. Now we're back. We're passing by so many cool bars. We're going somewhere in particular that Travis wants to go to. I think that he went on a company trip one time. I think with Dennis. Are you going back?
I didn't go.
Oh, you didn't go. It wasn't there. There was a Fat Tuesday back there. I have no idea where we're going. It's cool to see the iconic balconies of New Orleans. Are we just walking the entirety of Bourbon Street? Probably. Are we going inside here?
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Oh no! Oh my God. That was awesome. That's the shark attack drink.
I didn't know it worked that way.
Travis got Dennis that shark attack. That was cool. They had that at Universal Studios. Running back the direction of the cave. They have huge ass beers over here. I don't know what an ass beer is. That sounds gross. So this is random. We're heading into a hotel right now. We are not on Bourbon Street at all. So this is absolutely the bar that Travis was talking about. This is a carousel bar that he probably went to on a work trip. Mom just realized that this was a carousel bar that actually moves. So they got seats right here, and now they're all the way over there. So I walked over to the other side of the carousel. Look who it is. It's Mom and Travis.
Hi.
Got a drink?
A Pamela's cup.
So I was mistaken. That was not the bar that Travis went to with his work people. That was a bar that he went to with Christine. So Dennis wants to go into this old absinthe house. It's apparently been here since 1807. Also, the bar that Travis went to with his work was the first bar that we went to where Dennis got the shark attack. We were back on Bourbon, by the way. So this is the absinthe that we got. We're just going to go ahead and split this. It was actually really interesting how they made this. They put like a sugar cube on top of it, then they poured the absinthe over that, and then they lit it on fire. So, Mama, hey Mom, they asked us if we had any weapons, and what'd you do?
I said, no, I don't have any weapons except for these.
This was open earlier, but this is really cool over here. Cajun food and beignets. All right, so we turned around yet again to go to a bar that I think Dennis wants to go to now.
Blacksmith Bar.
The Blacksmith Bar.
It's the oldest bar in Louisiana.
Back where Dennis had the shot earlier. Not the shot, I guess, just the drink. The shark attack. So it's hard to tell Dennis is taking a selfie. But, oh, everyone's taking a picture. Yay! But it's raining at the moment right now. We have several blocks to go. All right, this is New Orleans. Right here, this is Bourbon Street to me. There's another tropical aisle with the hand grenades. New Orleans' most powerful drink. My camera is not wet, but it is definitely pretty damp. But Dennis assures me that we're getting close. I'm presuming that this is it. Right here, it is very busy. This is the Blacksmith Shop Bar. So this is an incredibly old bar. Dennis got a voodoo daiquiri, a Sam Adams, and then a New Orleans Hurricane. So we totally have been here before. I totally forgot, but it looks familiar, and we have definitely been here. So we're heading to Café du Monde. This is Lafitte's blacksmith shop. That was cool to revisit that and go there again. And it looks like we made it. That is Café du Monde. And we just need to cross the street, so this will be Jackson Square. They have the chairs stacked up, but I think we can still get some beignets. We're here at Café du Monde, the original coffee stand. Over here? So they are closed. They closed like 10 minutes ago. I think we thought that they were going to be open until midnight, but apparently not. So I think we are taking a ride share back to the Airbnb. All right, this is our car back to the place. We're riding in a Tesla. Yay! I've never ridden in a Tesla. And we've made it back to our Airbnb, finally. I did not realize, I don't think any of us realized how much we walked tonight. So we are going to bed. That was our day, going to the World War II Museum and then going to Bourbon Street just with the family. We had dinner, and tomorrow's an exciting day. We are going to an NBA game, which we're all really excited about. And yeah, so that was a day in New Orleans, and we had a fantastic, incredible time with the entire family. I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.